Uh, Hello, good evening, sir. I'm sorry I'm not in a presentable form as I was really swamped at work this week. It's the last week of a semester, so I didn't shave and all. Uh, so the thing is, I'm telling you about my idea, that stock market idea. It was related to the stock market analysis, in which if you analyze the startups that are really hit in countries like US and India, either they are very addictive or they are very unique. For example, if you take the case of Truecaller, uh, Truecaller is like it wasn't ever marketed. It was either in the advertisement world, but it was for a very short span of time. It was like I have the social status kind of thing, where I can know the number of the other person as he or she is calling me. So you also get it was called mouth marketing, person to person marketing, peer to peer marketing. That was case with the Truecaller. The other, we can take the consider the case of an addictive app or addictive software or addictive any platform. Start The second reason that about to tell you is the addictiveness. The addictiveness of a startup can be, for example, in my case, it would be you invest 100 rupees you give 100 rupees to me. I'll take that and I'll make 106 rupees and I'll return 106 rupees to you. So just sitting in your room, you earn 6 rupees. By 6 rupees, I meant the INR. Let us talk in GDP. You say you invest 10 pounds today, and I give you 10.4 or 10.6 with that margin in one day. It isn't any compound something that I'll say if in one day I've given this, I'll give you more and more. It's just sort of, you can call it a game where you invested in the stock market and you're getting something in the return. But then again, my business model, that what I'm discussing with you is what could have been a proper startup, but then again, it cannot be a startup because it won't be funded at all, because it's against so many big companies. But at least we can do is we can pave the way for any other company, any other strong company. So it starts with, suppose you invest 10 Great British pounds today, and tomorrow you earn around about 14. So you earn four you are in a profit of 4. You discuss with me, you discuss with your colleagues. This is a great app which tells you in which company to invest, and it gives you the risk factor and each and everything that is associated with it. And then it gets on. But that's not it, right? The complete thing is how to do that. That's machine learning. So we see machine learning is able to predict how many students are going to enter in the mess, taking more than 35 factors. And that's the simple scikit code that I have written. Today I have completed that project. It was for reducing the food wastage. So what I did, I took in all the factors. When the Domino's buy one get one offer was there, I gave the food score and everything. Similar 20 factors, and now it's predicting near approximate how many students will come. So that's for estimating it, because if the strength of the mess is around 650 students, and sometimes 350 comes, sometimes 450 comes, so that's the wastage of food. So it's better to predict the number of students, and then you get along with it. So if machine learning can do that, they can very well predict that this would be the stock market for tomorrow, given a proper scenario that is going on in an industry right now. For example, I'll compare two industries nowadays. Right since the H-1B visa issue in America, the consultancy companies of India, Infosys and Wipro, these two are experiencing a bit of a downfall in their share market, because what they do, they provide cheap labor. They provide cheap consultancy services to the big peeps over there in America. Obviously, because the labor charge, if you compare in dollars, the labor charge per hour in US is much greater than that in India. So that's what they do. Out of the team of 10 people, one goes to USA, corresponds with the work, asks the other 9 to do the work in India, and they do so. That's what consultancy firms have been doing so far. So on this hiccups in H-1B visa, they are facing this issue. The other thing is how, so for the given scenario, what our job is to read the market, and for somewhat 1,000 companies, 2,000 companies, 5,000 companies, it's not infinite. We can input the variables that are going to be affected for the next week. Now you'll ask me what's new in this. So the new is that even today, the human labor is deployed for this work. For example, Sher Khan, it's one of the most famous stock analysts in India. You give money to those people, they'll make you earn more. obviously with the risk and everything associated with it. So ours can be a platform. You come, you put in some money, say till 100 GBP, we won't take any commission. More than 100 GBP, if you invest, we'll take some part of it. And that too, till 100 GBP, we'll ask for some certain number of trials that you can have, and you can have the complete profit that you have earned. After that, the loss will be totally yours. The profit, we'll take commission from it. But the thing is, giving people the right amount of knowledge and a belief that this machine is doing, and you have to believe it. Invest small amount in it. So that's what make people. That's what will make people more involved in the process, and it is good. And one more thing, sir, during 2007 and 2008 global recession, the only reason why India wasn't hit as bad as the other countries was because in India, if you invest in the stock market, government won't tax you for that amount. For that absolute amount, government won't tax you, which is why people kept on investing in stock market. That was a change in India. People started investing in middle class. People started investing in stock market and not in some gold and other stupid traditions that India was having right till then. So we can have more and more public involvement in it for some say small amounts. We will have our commissions based on it, but it's a very good idea. Now, why it can't be a hit? It's a reason because on one day I'll be predicting that Morgan Stanley is going to get a good hit. On the other day I'll be predicting that it's not going to get that, and the companies won't like. There's just some app who is predicting that Morgan Stanley is going to get a blow on that factor. So that's what, sir. A proper data analyst person can actually have as many factors included and can analyze data, because in this the trick is analyzing the data and not else. This is not my idea. I don't know why hasn't been any work done on that. I have attended 2 startup conferences where you pitch in your idea without any risk that it will be get disclosed, and there wasn't any similar idea regarding this, not even a similar one. So I hope there isn't any other idea regarding this, and I hope you look into it. I'm not asking you to work on it. I'm not asking you to allow me to work on it for you, but you look into it. It will be somewhat a big deal that we can extend it for another year or 2. We can work together with it. Thank you, sir. Good evening.